What's happening, everyone? Today we are talking about grips. No, we're not talking about the semi-western continental. We're actually talking about what goes on your tennis racket, and we're going to share what we feel is the best grip you can buy.
We know this isn't super sexy, but that is important. Let's be honest, the grip is actually the only part of the racket that your hand touches when you're playing tennis. Back in your competitive days, I think you were changing overgrips.
I was a psychopath about it. I mean, after every competitive match, I would change grips. We talk about feel, right? How the game is all about feel and being connected to your racket. Well, as Scott said, your hand is connected to the racket, and I was very in tune with the way the grip felt. If it got a little bit worn out, I wanted a new grip.
Well, and the funniest part is you guys will go spend hundreds of dollars on lessons, on league play, you'll buy all the new equipment, and then like the actual most important part of your racket, you're ignoring.
It looks like a 30-year-old rag on your racket.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about our favorite grip. This does matter, so pay attention. We'll be quick.
There's a lot of great racket manufacturers that also make grips and a variety of grips. You probably play with some of them. But there's actually only one company that is a grip company, and it's been our choice for grips for a long time, and that is Tourna.
Yeah, and guys, as you know, like we're Wilson heads. We think Wilson rackets are by far the best, but when we look to our actual grips and when it matters, when we're playing, when we're competing, the grip that we will use is from a grip company, not just from a racket manufacturer. A lot of these grips, not to throw any of the companies under the bus, but most of these companies really are just manufacturing some grips in China, stamping their logo on there. Tourna is the opposite of that. They are just a grip company. So a lot more love goes into making these things, and it shows when you play with the product. So the grip is actually so good. We learned this when we were doing a little bit of research. A lot of players on tour actually play with Tourna grip. So one of the reasons you don't hear a lot about Tourna is because in 2024, when you're sponsored by a brand, they're going to send you grips and they're going to expect that everything that you play with is stamped with their logo on it, right? So a lot of times, even though there's players on tour playing with Tourna, you might actually see like the little Wilson tape or the Yonex tape across the top.
It's a Tourna grip.
But these, but it's a Tourna grip. But these players are literally paying for this grip because it's that important.
Yep. I've actually been playing with Tourna grip since I was a kid because I was a big Pete Sampras fan.
Which is roughly 95 years for those of you keeping track of
I was waiting for an
age
age joke, but that's fair. That's fair. But I had the Wilson 88 Pro Staff. I had the baby blue Tourna grip. The Pete Sampras dampener, still rocking both of those. The racket has changed. But you know, back then it was the Tourna grip, the baby blue dry. Now, because of an arm injury, you guys that follow the channel know that I about lost my arm at 18. I don't have the grip strength, I don't have the feel in my hand that I did as a junior, as a competitive junior. But thankfully, Tourna makes MegaTack. It is without a doubt the tackiest grip.
It lives up to the name. It is quite sticky.
So for me, that is what I now play with pretty much year round.
Yep, and for me, when we go indoors for the winter, I don't really sweat that much in the winter season, so I like something that's tacky but not quite MegaTack. Tourna makes another grip called Tourna Tack. That's actually what's on my grip right now. But then when we go outside and it gets hot, we live in Virginia Beach, it gets very humid here, I do get very sweaty hands, and I go back to kind of the grip that put Tourna on the map, which is the traditional Tourna grip, the drier grip that as you sweat on it feels better and better. So there are some good options to choose from, and honestly one of the main reasons I love Tourna so much is because they're a grip company and they have a dialed in version of all three of these products. If you need the super tacky grip like Nate needs, they've got MegaTack focused on just being very, very sticky. I think it's more or less built for players that need that sort of extra stick. Tourna Tack more just sort of right there in the middle, sort of normal level of tackiness, but just a much more professional feel than your average overgrip. And then you've got Tourna Grip, the grip that sort of put them on the map, the dry grip for when you sweat, the grip actually feels better.
Yeah, if you're playing in Florida or somewhere real humid, you know all about the Tourna grip, the dry grip. That's the preference.
For sure.
And it really, you know, we say preference, it comes down to your personal preference. We just wanted to share our personal opinion because we get
asked every day.
Yeah, we get asked in the comments, you know, what strings you're playing, what tension. You know, obviously you can always see what racket, and then we started seeing questions where people were like, what grips do y'all use?
Yep.
And this is something that you don't want to take for granted. It's really, really important that, you know, you have a good grip. As I mentioned, I change mine pretty much after every time I compete.
Yeah, if I'm playing in a tournament, every single grip, every single racket in my bag has a brand new overgrip on it entering the tournament.
And we'll notice that on the tour. You look at tour, right? Like when they pull out a freshie, they pull out a new stick, it certainly has a new grip on it as well.
So that's all we got, guys. Obviously, do your research, choose the grip that's right for you, but we highly recommend you choose it from the actual grip company. They make all three versions, so head on over to shop.PlayYourCourt.com and pick the grip that's right for you. We'll see you guys next time.